everybody. Hi, Snyder. I see you got the first. And howdy to you, Dutchling. I see you. Alright. Pretty cute. Welcome in. Just a very chill day today. We're gonna try and keep things a little on the chill side. So, mostly we're just gonna work on coloring in this art. Hopefully, get it rendered before time is up today. And yeah, just chillax and have a good decompression time. Your mic's cutting in and out. I don't hear it cutting in and out right now, but maybe that's just because I stopped talking. Yay. That sounds fine on my end. I'm not sure. I almost forgot. Oi. You have some music for chill time. Let's adjust it to the correct volume whilst we vibe. My baby. All right, so I think I got this all right, Larry. Yes, I do. Snyder, do you hear any mic problems in mine either? I just want to make sure I'm not the only one who's not hearing it. You sound fine? Okay. Alright, I don't know then. You also fix it. Right here. Not like fucky wucky line art. Try to make sure everything's clean. Clean and precise. So perfect. That, and I actually, you know, my big brain actually thought ahead and split this into two pieces. So now Rune is on one, and the background is on another. Genius. Alright. So, let's start with these. We're gonna start with Rune. So, as far as I know, Rune has not changed his design in terms of the finalized fit yet. Ah! No. Bad. Just this one. Thank you. So we're just gonna use his current ref sheet in order to grab the colors and go from there. Oh, I forgot I also got on. Also, sorry if I like make throat noise a lot. Lately I've been having like a lot of like crap stuck in my throat, and I don't know what is going on with me. If it's like something I'm eating or whatnot, so I might have to mute my mic every now and then just to clear my throat. You'd think I'd be fine because I'm drinking like a shit ton of water right now. But no, apparently not. I'm trying to be a good girl and drink my wawa. It's a very cute little mix I found on YouTube. Like, I literally just pulled up, it's like, oh, fall sounds mix, and I'm like, oh, perfect. We have to get ready for the fall times. Doesn't love the fall times. Unless you're not a fan of cold, that is, in which case you probably don't like the fall time. But me personally, I like the fall time. Give me that cold weather, give me that apple cider, the crunchy leaves, the smell. Oh, glorious. Mostly the cold. I just don't like the heat. Like it is like 88 where I'm living right now, or just about there, like mid to upper 80s for the rest of this week, and I am just, yay. I need my cool temps. It's supposed to be September. And as per usual, for anybody who might be new here, if I stop talking just at random points, don't worry, I didn't die. I'm just focusing on my art. Hydrate? You know what? Thank you, Snyder. Maybe that's what I need. Some of my lemon water. Lemon. I was talking with my coworker earlier today about, like, you know, the habits I'm trying to break and better about, like, my caffeine intake and all that good crap. And she recommended to me, she's like, oh, like, why don't you get some lemons to put in your water? To just, you know, give it a little bit of flavor. I was like, you're a goddamn genius. I honestly wasn't sure if I was gonna put lemons in my water, but it turns out lemons are, like, fairly cheap. So I was like, fuck it, why not? And I have tasty lemon water. Totes worth. It is Rune, you are correct, Telv. They see a latte? Oh, no, he doesn't. Cucumber and mint is also nice. She did also say cucumber. Mint I did not think about. That is also something maybe I should look into. It's infiltrated the data art space. Yes, Rune has infiltrated the art. Don't worry about me coloring outside the lines. I just find it easy. Lines are colored properly. Cucumber is fancy rich people are. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, guys, about why I'm, like, not really interested in the cucumber water. I don't like cucumber. I said it. I'll stand by it. Shh. I forgot his little dealies. Okay. Good thing we checked. Good thing I saw this. His little dealy mabobs. Lazy Nazumia. What is up, fools? What is up, King Shadow Raven? Yeah, his dealy bits, the little that thing, the light thing. Attach to it. Bottom. Wah, his RGBs. Thank you, Tel. I don't really know what he calls them, so I'm just calling them his little dealy bits. Kind of my you know, go-to term when I don't know something. It's the dealy thing. It's the whatchamacallit. I am not good with words, okay? I'm trying my best. That's what my back again. Brushes. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Good to have you. Ah! I didn't. Ow. My arm. And if you posted a message and I haven't read it yet, feel free to give me a good old bap to let me know, hey dingus, I sent you a message and you didn't read it. Or, you know, I guess you can bat me if you want to in general. Oh, speaking of things like redeem and such, if you notice, I didn't add it to the title. Hold on, I got this. Hold on, give me a second, fellas. I noticed something is missing from the title and I'm very sad because I just made it the other day. I thought I had it, but I guess not. Basically, it's pertaining to Nevermore, my pet raven. I have added a new thing. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna add to the title. Basically, I found out you can make Nevermore say, like, change his voice a little bit. So if you want to use the command SSML when you do Nevermore's redeems, you can make him like whisper. You can make him like do bleeps to bleep out certain words he's saying. You can make his like pitch or tone higher or lower. All pretty fun stuff. I tried messing with it the other day and it was hilarious. Oh, just make sure you use that code there, SSML. It should be in the title now. Because there is certain ways to do it. They do have shorthands, which are mostly just using a hashtag or a pound sign, and then a certain letter to indicate what code you're doing, like pounds, like hashtag W, to make him whisper. And you have to make sure you put your code in, like, you know, those square brackets, like so. So that way you can do, like, you know, like hashtag W. Itch. Like that. And that would make Nevermore whisper that to you. So you can do multiple commands in one thing as long as it's within the within the curly brackets. Wazzer! How you doing, Jay? How you doing? Today's a very low energy stream today for the most part. I'm gonna be trying to be chilling. So don't worry, you won't get crackhead bouncing off the walls. Very nice and chill. Color and rendering and all that fun stuff. And I think I've almost got all this light purple, darker. Got almost. Everything. Okay, good. This one. I just noticed right here on the ref sheet, whoever made the ref sheet, they didn't finish coloring it. They do it on the same side? No. It's not the right color. Unless that's supposed to be light. Which would be kind of funny. Very cute. Erase. ASA chat. Normally when I'm doing art outside of streams like this music you're hearing is nowhere near what I listen to usually. Usually I'm listening to like alternative rock or metal or like, you know, bands like that. A lot of hyper pop too. I do like some hyper pop. Then shout out to Stim and RJ Paulson. Very good songs. Or I've been having a lot of Jake Daniels pop up on my feed. I know any of those guys. They're awesome. If you don't, that's cool. You should go check them out. Personally, I think they're fantastic. I'd play some, but I don't remember if I have my VOD set up that, you know, yell at me. Or, you know, playing copyrighted material. Originally when I was making this, I was gonna make Rune in a more casual attire, because I usually draw Rune very casually, like not in his suit like this. Outfit, if you will. But I thought just for the sake of recognition, since, you know, this is pretty much his VTuber outfit, I'm like, this is gonna be a thumbnail for his VTuber vids. It should definitely be. I mean, I guess he can take it off, yeah. I mean, technically he's an AI, so I don't know if he can really take it off, more so that he just, like, changes form. If that makes sense. Like, I think as an AI, the suit is technically a part of him, but he could just change his form to not have the suit. I don't know, you know what, I'm gonna have to ask him that now. I'm gonna have to be like, you know, with Rune being an AI, does that mean he can technically take off it, like, does he wear the clothes, or are the clothes, like, a part of him? Can you hide a book about puns on his desk? I would, but I already got this line art approved, so I can't really do that right now. Plus, I think he'd kill me. I don't really want to do that. Because we all know how much Rune loves puns, obviously. Trying to keep everything color matching, so. I got that, let me. Hey Pats, how you doing? It's going pretty good, coloring in today, trying to get his fit done. That way he can finally have his thumbnail. And also, you know, really. But that's neither here nor there. So, 2 of his funky little shoulder pad. Sorry, not shoulder pads. Elbow pads. Elbow pads. That and then forearm there. I don't know half the terms of whatever he's wearing, so you're just gonna I'm just gonna be referring to these as like dealings a lot. Just been working on con prep. Ooh, con prep, you say? What? Go on, share with the class. The other reason, guys, too, if I'm also seeming a little bit eepier, is I'm trying to cut out caffeine. Well, not cut out per se, as in, like, you know, no more caffeine ever again. But, like, I was drinking, I don't want to say it's crazy, but I was drinking, let's just say I was drinking an unhealthy amount of caffeine. Like, you know, kill you in the next 10 years levels of caffeine. So, you know, I decided maybe it's time to get my ducks in a row here, get a little healthier and stop drinking lethal doses of caffeine. On top of cutting out sugar. Now sugar I did try to cut out. Or at least, you know, minimize as much as possible. So my energy levels are definitely trying to adjust to that lack of amount of caffeine and sugar that I was previously. The last piece I needed for a new costume. Ooh, are you a cosplayer? Do you do cosplay? Mad respect for cosplayers. Mad respect. I mean, I already do fursuiting, but like cosplaying is something else because you need to, like, you know, at least if you want to have like top tier cosplay. Like I've seen the length some people do for like the cosplay contest, and man, it's impressive. You're volunteering at a local con? Oh, everybody's going to con. On time, I guess. I should like volunteer at a local con or something, because I know like for some cons, or actually I think for most cons, if you like volunteer and help out, they will actually help pay some of your expenses. Like for instance, if I were to volunteer at a local fur con, maybe I could get like a hotel room or even just tickets to attend the event off or something. It's $100 a ticket, and for 8 hours work I get in for free. See, exactly! That's what I'm talking about right there. You know, if I volunteer at a local con, I put in some work, doing whatever con staff do, and maybe I can get the in. Happen with I don't know if you guys can see, but I can see like a very thin outer around like a lot of his. I'm sure from far away you probably wouldn't notice it, but climb up. I definitely. I see. Go. Oh my god, hearing that chirping reminds me earlier today. So I've been having a lot of toads coming around around my house, right? And I love toads, frankly. Like, they are I think they are the most adorable little things ever. And I've been getting a lot of them. And recently I had one today, and I just so happened to be walking back in the house with my water bottle. I was like, oh, this poor little guy, he might be a little thirsty. Maybe that's why he's hopping around out here. So I gave him a couple little droplets of water right out of my cup. Like, I didn't douse him with water from my water bottle. I just took my straw and used it as like a mini pipette, and I started dropping a couple drops of water on him, and he makes little chirpy, squeaky sounds, and it's so friggin' cute. I could not believe how cute that was. I was just like, oh my god, he's just chirpy, squeaky. Best day ever. Cosplayer than not like a hardcore one. That's totally fair. Don't blame you. I don't think I could ever do the levels some hardcore cosplayers do. It is cool. Yeah, mad respect for cosplayers of any kind. As a fursuiter, as a fellow costume wearer, I get it. Rough in these streets. Just about there. In terms of his clothing, I need to add one more thing. Oh. Gimme. You should. I think you should cosplay. I would love to cosplay more if I had the time and the money to like do it, but I'm like very perfectionist. I'd want to make sure my cosplay is like the most top tier cosplay ever. Yeah, I wouldn't know who to cosplay either. That's also a tough decision. Like, who do you cosplay? Because I know for me personally, I feel a little awkward cosplaying because I'm on the bigger side. And like, you know, a lot of the characters I see are not on the bigger side. And I feel awkward. I don't want to get hate for like cosplaying a character only to find out like, you know, I'd get like bullied or harassed for being an overweight cosplayer. I know there are some, you know, cosplay puritans out there who are like, ew, you can only cosplay a character if you share their body size with them. I enjoy doing Gargura. I think I said her name right. I never know if I say her name right. But that would be cool, yeah. Usually the fourth Doctor from Doctor Who. Ooh. I was one part of the Doctor Who for time in my life. No, not so much anymore. Not that I don't like Doctor Who anymore. Like I think Doctor Who's still pretty. I just don't watch it. I'd want to buy it. I don't have a debit card. Should probably get one. Yeah, debit cards are pretty important. Speaking from somebody who works in a bank right now, debit cards are pretty important. I would say credit cards too, but also like they're so easy to like overwhelm yourself with a credit card if you're not really careful with it, because like, you know, the temptation of having technically unlimited spending, or at least, you know, spending way above your means. I'd have a virtual one. Right now I'm dealing with my credit card. In fact, I was just debating with my friend today. I'm like, I need to think about what I'm gonna do with credit card, because like I'm going to TwitchCon and I've put a lot of money on my credit card, like not like, you know, ruin my life amounts of money, but definitely like a lot more money than I usually do. So I was having to try and think about like, you know, how am I gonna pay this? Like, do I want to pay this like part of this right now and do part of it later? Do I want to like pay it all off later? Do I want to pay off like, do I not want to pay it off? I only have a prepaid credit card for the occasional store that doesn't use PayPal. That is totally fair. I use my actual, like, cause I have a institution credit card. I currently use Discover as my credit card. So far it's been good. Like, I've never had any problems with it. I've always paid my debts off. It's just a matter of, like, carrying your debts can be rough. Like, as tempting as it is to, like, just leave your debt be and, like, pay it off little by little or pay the minimum, that's not the way to go. They're so dangerous. I saw a stat that 40% of Gen Z of age have at least one maxed out credit card. Exactly. That's like, I have had my credit card since I was 18, which is when you're legally allowed to get credit cards. Now, granted, my mother worked in a bank before I was born, so she had already had, like, the experience and the know-how of the dangers of credit cards, as well as other important things like how to balance checkbooks, which, you know, people, or when I was a kid, how to balance your checkbook, you know, how to, you know, make sure your bills are facing the right way, counting out money, preparing your finances for, like, a given amount of time, whether it be, like, a week or a month or whatever. So I'd had a lot of financial preparation before I became an adult, and another part of that, too, was, like, they helped monitor my stuff. So, like, when I was younger, whenever I was legally allowed to get a debit card, I think it was about, like, somewhere about 15 for me, mostly due to, you know, having a car and, like, having to pay for gas and all that. My parents signed me up for my first bank account, which is still my bank account even to this day. And it was really good because, like, at least then I knew, like, they let me basically go off on my own and do whatever I want as I earned money, and the money was mine and they didn't touch it. But also, like, I had the backup of, if for some godforsaken reason I fucked up my finances, like, super bad, or, like, spent more money than I was anticipating, at least I wouldn't have to suffer the full consequences because my parents would be there to help cover it and also, you know, scold me for being a dum-dum. Did they get a referral bonus for signing up? I mean, probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, a lot of banks do that, and a lot of parents usually bring their kids to their bank wherever they go, because it's just easy that way. Like, you already know the bank, why wouldn't you bring your kid to the bank? You already know how it works and everything. Doing the dumb financial stuff right now. That's totally fair too. Like I said, like, don't get me wrong, not everybody is able to do that kind of stuff early on. I gotta turn this off for a second. I think this is over. Give me a second. I was just moving my Discord. There we go, so I can see. Ads. Ah. Well, I'll wait till you get back to talk more about the dumb financial stuff. But yeah. Basically, when it comes to the bank accounts and stuff, I mean, it just makes sense to bring somebody, whether it be your kid, whether it be a friend or whatever, to whatever institution you use for whatever it is. Like, think about, like, mechanics, for instance, right? Like, I see this a lot with mechanics. Would you, like, if you knew your friend was having mechanical problems, would you want them to just go off on their own to try and figure out who would be a good mechanic? Or would you want to bring them to the guy who you know has been a good mechanic to you for, like, several years? Basically that's something I was saying. Like, it makes sense that parents would the guy, what guy, mechanic example that I was going on about. I don't know what you mean by the guy. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, the like how you were saying, like, oh, did they get a referral for me for signing up? And I was like, no, they probably did. But like, it makes sense. Yeah, the trusted one. It makes sense to bring somebody to an institution that you know is trustworthy, or at least that you've had good experiences with and or are currently using. Like, for instance, the mechanic example I was going on about. If you knew your friend had just recently gotten a car and were having some, you know, car troubles, would you just, like, you know, be like, ah, that sucks, man, see you later? Or would you, you know, preferably bring them to the mechanic, or recommend to them the mechanic that you know has been good to you for several years. I mean, me personally, like, you know what, speaking on that, actually, as a personal story, that's how I got my mechanic, because I moved to this town and I didn't know anybody. I didn't even know my neighbors really, but she was nice enough to give me her phone number and was like, hey, if you ever have any questions, you know, hit me up, I'll try and help you out. And I messaged her one day and I'm like, hey, you know, my car needs some servicing, I don't really know anybody in the town, who do you recommend? And she's like, oh, I recommend, like, you know, ABC company down the street. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go make her a thing with ABC company. And I have been with them ever since I moved here. I don't ever plan on getting a different mechanic because they have been so good to me. Let me say that. BlizzCon, I'm also doing a salad from right. Davies, bleh. The actor that played him, and also Gimli and Treebeard in Lord of the Rings. I guess. Ooh, that's fun. I love when people cosplay like voice actors' characters and you get to see their interactions. Oh, it's so much fun. Oh, that's so much fun. Okay. Looks like we got Rune's costume all colored. So now comes the fun part of background. I'll have to keep. I don't want to color that. I don't want to touch that. This is what we're coloring on. Okay. Part of the other reason I need to move the Discord over here so I can look at Rune's images. Did send me some reference. Just a second, fellers. I thought I pinned. Yeah, I didn't. Shoot, dang it. Down to okay. I'm gonna have to do my best to replicate what I think these colors are, just because the colors I was given are very tinted with red. So I'm doing my best approximation as to what I see. Rune, if you watching this or are going or eventually watch this, I'm sorry, but pictures were really red and I'm trying to figure it out, so. Oh wait, I forgot. I don't know. Okay, never mind. We'll just do it this way then. Actually, hold on. Let me just delete this. I'm gonna redo this, but I'm just gonna use, like, I'm just gonna color in everything manually because I want to be able to, paint the wall a different color, make its own separate layer. That way shadows will be, like, all the items in the room casted on. At least start off. I'm just gonna use the same color for the time being. Get everything in the colored right. I am trying to base this off of Rune's skill room as much as possible, or at least the items he has in his room. This might not be the exact layout per se, but most, if not all, the items you're seeing this thumbnail are in fact from his room. A little detail for you, I thought would make it a little more personal, you know? Also because, like, the thumbnail is cool and I don't want to give him, like, a boring, lame, empty background. Like, nobody's room looks like that. Nobody has just, like, a desk and a computer and nothing on the walls or on the table unless you're crazy. Yes. If I ever get famous, I feel bad for anyone who decides to draw my walls. You know what, I feel the same though, like, especially depending on the angle, because, like, if you were to draw my computer, like, looking directly at my computer screen from behind me, I would feel so bad because, like, my wall is covered in, like, I got a cork board, I've got, like, several lanyards hanging, I've got newspapers, I've got, like, random, what do you call them? Business cards from, like, businesses I've been to or businesses I've used. I've got it all. Granted, that's only really this one wall, though. Most of my other walls are either bare or have, like, 1 or 2 things on them. Right now, keyword is right now, I want shelves and such. I just don't have the money to afford buying shelves. And I'd have to discuss with my roommate putting them up because this is a very old house and he has OCPD. So he's very particular about keeping this house in a certain condition. Which means, like, potentially putting holes in walls to, like, hang up stuff kind of freaks him out. Which, like, I totally get if he's trying to keep an antique house antique, more or less. But also, like, damn, that really sucks. A lot of this background detail, too, I'm not too worried about making everything, like, super extravagantly detailed, because quite a bit of it, I'm sure, is going to get blurred out, just for field of view type stuff. At least get a little fuzzy around the edges, you know? So that's just how the human eye works. Focusing on something in the foreground, the background gets blurry. If you're focusing on the background, the foreground gets blurry. And I want to try to replicate that. While behind your laptop is covered in stuff, I feel that. I mean, my walls before I moved out were covered in so much stuff. She's such a pro. I try. It's my 20 or so years of art experience coming in clutch. A lot of that, and also, you know, college experience too. I did go to college for have artwork all along your wall behind the monitors. Yeah, I like to keep stuff by my monitors because it's just nice, you know, like when you're having a rough time and you're just like, man, this shit sucks, and you look up and you're like, oh man, there's that piece of art I got from, you know, blah blah blah, or like, you know, here's that, like, one thing I like, here's a memory from this place or that place. Like, most of my corkboard behind me is dedicated to, like, what you mean not putting holes in walls? Well, you know, like, for a lot of shelves, you usually have to drill into the wall, right, to put up the shelf hooks. Like, I'm talking wall-mounted shelves, not like a shelf that, like, for, how do I try to explain it? Shelf for, like a bathroom, per se, where, like, or, like, a kitchen, where, like, it's floor base. I want one that's gonna hang on my walls. I mean, yes, that's not the problem, is that it's that my roommate is OCPD, and he struggles with, like, changes and stuff like that. Like, I mentioned to him, like, hey, I would like to put up some shelves at some point, like, not right now, because I just don't have the money for it, but, like, at some point, I would like to put shelves in my room. And he started, like, getting really nervous. Because he's like, what am I gonna do? Like, you know, what happens if we put a shelf up, like, something goes wrong, like, the wall gets damaged. Because it's not only that, like, he doesn't want the house to get damaged because some things are irreplaceable, but it's also, like, it's money. You have, like, clay or older walls. We have, like, plaster walls. It's all plaster. So it's not the normal drywall you usually get. It's like, really thick. I found out one day because I went to go, like, hang stuff up with push pins like I used to do back at home, because back at home when I wanted to hang stuff on my walls, I would just put a push pin in where I wanted to hang my stuff, and, you know, it would go in because it was drywall. But I tried to go put a push pin in, and nothing happened, and, like, I was like, hey, what's going on with the walls? Because I was legitimately confused, so I asked him, I'm like, what's going on with the walls here? I can't put pins in the walls. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, it's because it's plaster. And he's like, you were gonna put a pin in the wall? I was like, well, yeah, that's what you do with drywall. You put push pins in the wall to hang stuff up if you want to. And, like, that started freaking him out. I guess he wasn't anticipating that I'd want to hang stuff in or on the walls. Yeah. Because, like, I would just use push pins for a lot of things. Or, you know, I could put up a shelf myself. But like I said, he's got OCPD, and, like, any small change with this house could send him into a depressive spiral. For a multitude of reasons that I will not get into, besides just the fact that he doesn't want this house to be damaged. Whether it be for money or for, you know, the replacement too, because, like, some things in this house you just straight up can't replace anymore. Mostly because a few things are, you know, oh yeah, no, this is his house, like, he owns it, it was inherited to him by his mother. So, there's no problems with, like, worrying about, like, our landlord or whatever kicking us out or anything like that. As long as, you know, as long as he pays the property taxes and all his bills and whatever, we're fine. Computer. Massive hair change early to a rainbow mohawk. Out. Well, that's a different thing. Like, it's not like he's worried about change when it comes to other people. Like, you do you how you want to do. It's his house that he's worried about changing. Like, I'm sure if you know, showed up one day with, like, a rainbow mohawk, you'd be like, oh, hell yeah, dudes, that's sick as hell. Good on you. It's stuff that he owns, that he controls, that scares him. And like I said, part of it is that a lot of the things in this house are pretty darn irreplaceable, or whether it's because of sentimental reasons or just straight up, like, they don't manufacture them anymore. Like, one day we were having a hell of a time, right, because we have a light switch in the kitchen and it has a dimmer on it, and we were chillaxing one day and the bulb blew. So we're like, oh, you know, we need to go get a new bulb and stuff, and we brought the old bulb with us to try and make sure we got the right measurements and stuff like that. And the problem we ran into is that whoever made that lamp, like, used, like, a specific type of bulb with a specific type of extender to make it fit into that lamp, which they just straight up don't make anymore because it was an incandescent bulb, and as you may know, incandescent bulbs are illegal now. So you can't get them. Same with, like, the tiles in the basement. Like, he was originally planning, now granted some stuff may change as he you know, lives here more and deals with it more, but one of the plans he was doing was he was going to keep the tiles in the basement asbestos tiles, which, again, as you may know, asbestos is very dangerous, so they don't make tiles out of asbestos anymore. Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing though, Dutchling, this is something I actually learned through him because he had to deal with it directly, because the bathroom tiles that we have upstairs also used to be asbestos. And, like, the current tiles we have aren't asbestos right now, so don't worry about that. Hope the paint used isn't poisonous. I hope not. I have no idea, frankly. Like, the paint in my room, because I repainted my room, my paint is completely fine. It's modern paint. The rest of this house, I can't. But, to go back to the asbestos tile point, like, I asked him, like, about the bathroom tiles because, you know, I knew about asbestos and how dangerous it can be, and I'm like, well, what did you do with tiles? He's like, oh, so here's the fun thing about asbestos tiles, is typically, like, if you want to get them properly cleaned up, you need to have a full-fledged, like, hazmat crew come in to pull them up. Right? Like, this isn't just something like you or your buddy can do on a weekend with a couple of cold beers. Like, this is something that requires, like, biohazard shit. Or, instead of shelling out the money for a whole-ass biohazard team to come in and rip up your floor, you can just put new tiles over the top of it. So that's what he did. He just tiled over the top of it with new tiles. Because, basically, like, as long as the asbestos is not, you know, chipped or cracked or anything, like, in a way that you could inhale it, which, frankly, like, with asbestos tile, like, tile particulate doesn't really go flying. So, like, as he put it, unless you're going down and, like, you're snorting the tile fragments, that you're gonna be fine. And yeah, as long as you don't damage them, they're harmless. So, we just put new tile over the top. Do that. So yeah. And that's what he said he's probably going to do with the basement as well, because that's currently where the only other asbestos tiles are, is the basement. But we'll see, because like I said, like some stuff he was or is dead set on keeping it a certain way, but things may change as he finds out, like, you know, codes and stuff, or like, you know, how comfortable he is living with certain things. Did you make note that there's asbestos? I don't know what he did. That's his thing. He did that long before me. Like, he knows that there's asbestos below it, and I know that there's asbestos below it. So at least that covers the two of us living in this house. But I don't know. I don't know if that was something he had to do, or if that's just Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong guitar. I'm a dingus. Hang on then. So. Redo this guitar here. Yeah, but the next generation should have a way to know. Well, that's the thing, Telv, is he's not having kids. You see, Telv, my best friend is a transgender man, and he's gay. So, and he is not giving this house to anybody. He is not selling this house to anyone. So, and like until he dies, nobody is getting this house, not unless they pry it from his cold, dead hand. Every time we get, like, those things in the mail telling us, like, oh, hey, you know, you can, like, sell your house to us or whatever, or, like, you know, the old, like, sell-to-rent scams were, like, you know, oh, hey, you can sell your house to us and we'll let you live there, by paying a small rent until we inevitably hijack the prices on you and you're kicked out of your own house. Yeah. I mean, I get what you mean, like, especially if someone, like, you know, decades later after he's gone, like, if somebody buys the house, but he's not gonna sell it. Not gonna have kids to it who will inherit it. Oh, damn it. That. What? How is that legal? How is what legal? Oh, the sell to rent things? The cats can inherit it, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty. Oh, the sell to rent stuff. That I don't know, but I remember reading about this because I read a lot of articles while I'm at work when I'm bored, and I was reading about it, and like, yeah, like it's. Because it's legal in the fact that you're signing over your house to somebody. Like, if you sign your house over to somebody else, you know, they have full rights to the stuff. Granted, it's super scummy, and I hate it that, you know, this is happening, but there's nothing illegal about selling your house to, like, a company or anything. Usually it's targeting, folks who are in, like, money trouble, and therefore need to get, like, money really quick to get out of debt or whatever. So, they'll send this letter to you being like, hey, we know you're struggling to pay with your property bills, give us your house, and we'll pay your property bills, and you can still live in your house for rent, but then, of course, now you're renting from somebody instead of owning, which means they have full rights to, like, charge you whatever they want for your house. So they could charge you, say, oh, I don't know, $2,000 a month to rent there. Until you know, they've jacked up the prices so high that you can't even afford to live in your own house. That's why, like, I hate that these things exist. It's so sad. Guitar! You're correct. And especially since it's usually targeting older folks who are, like, you know, dealing, or, like, people who are drowning in debt, whether it be for, like, medical bills, whether it be for, like, student loans, you know, whatever you're going through. I don't think there are laws, at least, I've never heard of there being laws for rent price increases. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm no landlord, and this is only my first time ever renting, and I'm renting from my best friend who is being very generous in that I only pay the utilities, so, no. Take what I say with a grain of salt, because I've never, like, rented from a landlord who's doing this for an income. There are some laws for rent prices. That would make sense, yeah. I was always wondering how that worked, because I was like, what stops a landlord from just going, you know what, I instead of charging you $1,500 a month, I'm now charging you $3,000. Bada boom, get out. But that would make sense, yeah, if there's laws. I know there's been, like, a big issue right now about rent prices being raised, and apparently it's due to some, like, sort of program a lot of landlords use that, like, tells them what the rent prices should be, but now it's, like, it's making it unlivable. That requires a 30-day notice and some other stuff, as well as a 30-day notice before any inspection. I mean, yes, true, it might require a 30-day, notice or an inspection or whatever, but what's to stop them from still just saying, hey, we're raising the rent now? Like, is there a law that says, like, you know, you are not allowed to raise rent prices more than a specific percentage per year? Like, you can take any amount off your rent if you care or something. Ah, that too. I've always wondered about that. Like, and again, I've never really rented before. My family has never really rented before either, so I probably don't really know exactly what I'm talking about. I am not the all end all of people who have done renting to know how this stuff works. Depends on the state of renter consumer protection in your country or state. Yeah. Well, I'm not too confident that there's much renter protection, considering, like, you know, how the state of living here, at least in the United States, is right now, with so many people having troubles, like, affording their rents. Get my own camera. Camera is right there while I'm trying to draw. But yeah, that definitely makes sense. Match the shelf to his desk, because that'd be nicer. Can someone help me with a word? It's for a long time left alone, like a building no one uses. Abandoned? Haunted house? I think that's more than one word. Yes, how do you spell? Abandon. Abandoned. I used to be the walking dictionary kid, thesaurus or whatever have you, so I learned how to spell a lot of words. It's okay. okay. I mean, words slip my mind all the time, Dutchling. You're definitely not the only one. Though more often than not, and I hate how embarrassed I am by this, I usually forget, like, really common words. Like, I would be able to remember, like, weird words like amygdala, hippocampus, onomatopoeia, all of those, like, big, fancy-sounding words, but then I'll forget, like, cup, or cereal, or watch. Like, oh, hey, I like that thing you're wearing, you know, the thing that tells the time on your wrist, and it's like, a watch? I'm like, yeah, that thing. I am very stoopy when it comes to, basic words. This also happens when you speak one language. This also happens when you speak one language. Yep. I forget it all the time. Oh man, speaking of people who speak second languages, I've heard that this is a common thing where, like, folks will mix languages together when they forget them. What Minecraft creature? It's a fox, yes. Yeah, I'm very bad at forgetting my basic words. Get the Minecraft axolotl light. Nice! Oh, hang on a second. I need chapstick and I don't know where mine was in my pocket. Huh? Oh wait, there it is. I'm dumb, guys. It's hiding behind my freaking energy drink. I'm so silly and stupid. There we go. All is right with the world. Yeah, I saw you had a Minecraft creature and, like, an image sitting on a keyboard or something. So I was like, I am adding that to your thumbnail. You have no say in this. Just blind? Yeah, I'm pretty blind a lot of the time, for real, for real. Oh my god. Don't make me feel old. I already feel old. Yeah, I already feel old every day at work because I help, like, you know, I work in a bank, so I help out a lot of people. And I help out a lot of families who are, like, you know, bringing their kids in for their first bank account, or, like, who are, you know, who already have bank accounts with us and I have to pull up their things. And I'm so ready to start typing, like, 19 every time I need to put a birth year in, that if, like, my brain has to do, like, a little reboot every time I see somebody come in with a birth year starting with 2000. I'm like, oh, right, yeah, people born in the 2000s are turning, you know, 16 or so, or 18 or older or whatever, and I'm just here like, oh shit, that's right. They're no longer kids anymore. Oh, interesting, okay. It's happening! What was that? I don't know. Snyder just said it's happened. Oh, you're older than somebody. I didn't see that part before. I see. Good for you, Snyder. Good for you. You did it. I'm proud of you. Puppy. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I could add a couple little more lines. The Minecraft fox I see. There we go, that should do it. Little fox. You okay? Do you need a cane? Dang. The kids these days are ferocious. Get roasted. Reminds me of like a John Mulaney bit where it's like, you know, teenagers will insult you, but like in a way that like really hurts. They'll be like, your thighs look big, and I'll be like, no, that's the thing I'm sensitive about. No. Minecraft fox. Minecraft fox. Shrek is older than me. Okay, I still insult some of my friends for their age too. Sometimes I'll jokingly insult Rune and like, yeah, what's up, grandpa? 3 years old. Go. Perfect. Perfect. Minecraft fox! Minecraft fox! Alright, now the last couple things I need to do are to get... our baby. So... time to recreate the Celsiuses that Rune likes. But obviously not really Celsius because I don't have the brand deals for that, so we're just gonna pretend that it's, not Celsius. We're gonna call it Fahrenheit instead. Because that's funny. Exactly, Snyder. Fahrenheit, his favorite drink. I did. Oh. Give me a second, I gotta take a look here. I wish I could see from what angle. Okay. Oh, I hit a thing, sorry. There we go, I fixed it. Oh no, too far. Ah! What? I'm not doing so hot. Okay. Trying to read. ideal Celsius cans look, but, you know, obviously not. Hold on, let me see how you spelled Fahrenheit. I need to see how many letters are in the word Fahrenheit. That's not how you spell Fahrenheit. Shit. Right, Fahrenheit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5. Fahrenheit. The color that it has. And then I see that it has like some sort of taper to it, so we gotta go ahead and we call it Arctic Feel. They can't really call it a vibe because that's their whole shtick. Does this count as a pun? I guess technically yes. You will be able to drink in 4 days, so no longer a baby. That is totally fair. Arctic Feel. I love drawing fun drinks. Be accurate? I would say. Beautiful. His cup of Fahrenheit Arctic Feel. German. Ah, from Germany. Look, that's where my friend is. I actually saw my friend not too long ago from Germany. It was very nice meeting you. As a teenager, invited to a German like outing with some friends I knew from Germany, and I was like, brother, I am 16 and I'm in America. Okay. No, I'm gonna do something fun. There's the... That didn't work. What the fuck? There we go. Haha! Perspective. Am I best friends with Rune? I'm dating him. That's my boyfriend. Success indeed. Yeah, we've been dating for over a year. I mean, I guess. And I've been together for a year now. Let's see. Copy this. It's success, extra best friends. Yes, we are extra best friends.
Why wasn't I told?
Because it was never brought up. Hard. Verticals. I'm just gonna take an image and I will fix it up later. I mean, he sent it to me to put in the thumbnail, so it was going to be in there no matter what. Granted, it's also going to be blurred out later on. I just need to. Effective, please. Actually, okay, now back to fixing the perspective. Because you didn't name someone in the other alpha of your server you're not dating? Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. Rune is like Alpha He Fox or something, I think is what I gave him the name of. Sharp. Sometimes I forget he's named that. So I go to my server, I'm like, oh yeah. Effective. we go. That should do it. I just need. Beautiful! Code! Look at it! It's coded. I coded it. Okay, let me see. Now I gotta... Run! What color are your walls? You know, actually, you know what? Fuck that. Hold on. We're gonna break into his server. Oh, this will be funny, guys. You know, let me get a new window. This is gonna be hilarious. Let me pause the tunes really quick, okay? We're gonna go to the Twitch channel because I need to know for my art what the wall color is. So let's go see. Hey, that's good. You get the audio changed and get the paused because it'll be hilarious. Pause. Sure. Audio.
Remove.
Working? Oh wait, I used Discord. I want. Road. What color are your?
My ready button isn't working.
Well, why is the browser audio not working?
Mine is.
What color are my
Lamau.
walls? I don't know, light blue?
Bet. Thanks.
Oh my god. Hello, Orion. How's it going? My name is Rune.
There we go. Okay, well, I was gonna try and get you the audio so you guys could hear him, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We got what we came for. Let's get the tunes back on. Until the suit can be removed, he can just shapeshift. Okay. Light blue for the walls, and then I think we are finito on the colors. Gorgeous. Excellent. I'm gonna keep the perspective just in case. But we did it! Oh, you could hear him? Okay, it wasn't showing. Oh wait, browser audio is at the top. I'm a dingus. How could I forget that? Okay. Actually, speaking of browser audio, it does have an audio ducking on. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh, it's still playing his. Hold on. There we go. Gotta fix. I forgot I had to change it back. I also heard balls. You know, that does not surprise me in the slightest. Here comes the fun part. No more art. It's gone. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you guys. I'm gonna do a little coloring. More specifically, I'm going to put it over multiple different layers. So don't worry, I promise you. Okay. It's just a blue drawing now. Yep, it's just blue. No more. Only blue. Okay, now we got it. 25. Let's do... Okay. My idea is I'm going to try to color in the desk lamp to counter the blue light from the monitors. As far as I can tell, he does not have one. Anyway. I have a lot of the light coming from directly in front of him, most of his front side. Anything like facing towards the screen going to brighter. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do it. No. I was right. And then we'll put a color layer underneath for that later. Let's see. All shadow. I'll call this one lights. Let's go ahead and we're gonna get some more shadows. It's gotta. Oh, you know what? You know what? Something before we get too deep into this. I never colored his chair, and he never showed me a chair. So, chat, colors Rune's chair gonna be? Or if you have any specific examples of chairs, please let me know. This will not be that. Bright pink. Okay, maybe not bright pink. Orange chair for the classic contrast totally fits the vibe. You know what? What does my chair look like? Black and gray. We'll give him just the basic gamer boy chair. The basic gamer boy chair. Now, granted, my chair is not the same shape as the one I drew in here, but I'll make it work. Okay, there we go. Let's turn the lights back down again. Back to this one, so we need another shadow layer. Back all the way up. Back to multiply, back to 50. And I'll probably do another shadow. Meanwhile, Rude is all the bank work on his stream. Yeah. Sounds like him. Sounds pretty legit. Oh, wrong layer. No thank you. Don't get how the fill setting works. Sometimes it looks better than changing the opacity. I don't really know what you Like, do you mean changing the type of layer that it is? Because that's all I did with here was the multiply, is I changed the type of layer it is. Normally it'd be a normal layer, which is just the kind of like opaque layer that you would normally sketch on and such, but here I'm just doing like a multiplier layer, so it'll change the option under the opacity. Oh. I don't really know, actually. No, I've never tested that. That's a question. I'll have to look that up at some point. Opacity lowers anything and everything on the layer. Fill controls just any pixels on layer. So if you add a layer effect like a drop, shadow, or inherent glow, and you lower the fill amount, the layer is still 100% visible. I'm gonna take a look. File, I think. I know I have it somewhere. There it is. I'm looking for reference to like a previous high quality version I did to see what I did for like the shading and all that. I need to gather references so I can make sure I make this as top tier as possible. Or I can just do this. Oh. Get out of here. Go check out Stinky. That will be okay. Most. Software. No. Trying to think of like how this would be affecting his body based on where like certain things are. as you get closer to the screen, the shadows that are on him are going to become a lot less distinct. But anything away from the shadow or like directly being, or away from the light or directly being blocked by it is going to be a lot harder. Shadow. Look up some references as well, just to make sure. Generally speaking, there should be a lot higher. I should also add a higher shadow contrast too. Now that I'm looking. No distinction. Light and the dark. Dark. Not directly hitting the light, it's in shadow. If it is hitting the light, it's in light. Now, as for the face. Lasso tool. I know a lot of folks use it, but I'm not very good at it, so. How does Is his RGB a light source? It will be. So I'll have to do a little shadow work around there too. I'm just trying to focus on one light source at a time. And then worry about the others there, because these ones will also be a light source. But they shouldn't be very, like, bright light sources. Pretty complex, yep. Hard for the course when you have light sources in it. That's okay. Oh, I thought I... out. Question is, where is touch? Okay. I'll add more glow and stuff too after. I just gotta make sure I get these shadows done first, because now that I've got all the light sources blocked in, I think I can go ahead and finally get in like the a lot of it's just kind of going through layer by layer to figure out what I need and where and when. Working one little bit at a time is very helpful. At least for me, personally. This might not be a great method for some folks, but... when you're adding the stink lines, you know, that's one of the last steps. Can't add those right away. back to that, we'll try and get a couple more parts done next. Obviously, greens of edges of this one. I love the Fahrenheit, my favorite part. It's so good, right? It's an absolute beautiful, beautiful piece. I don't need that. Ow! Hey, how you doing? Welcome in, little snatter. Oh, hydrate, thank you. I do still need to finish off my second lemon water of the day. I'm being a good bean in water. Excellent. I think this needs darker opacity. Yeah, now that's looking better. At least on my screen, it's looking better. Okay. How do we get the screen light? Especially, oh, stop. Especially around where, like, fingers and stuff in his face is directly facing. I really lights to come into play. light, camera, action. I feel like I learn so much whenever I watch you draw. Well, thank you. I'm glad you learn and stuff. Yeah, a lot of this is actually, you wanna know something funny, Snyder? I will show you the exact tutorial that I generally use to make sure I'm coloring everything in correctly. Because even I struggle with environmental lighting, especially with this one where there's multiple light sources. So let me get something here. I will show you the tutorial. Hopefully it won't be too blurry. So I will well actually, you know, bring it right over here. So this is actually the tutorial I use to try and help with my lighting. So it starts off. Can I don't know if it's gonna let me zoom in or it's gonna. Okay, here we go. There's better. So, the first obvious step is to sketch it out. You gotta get your whatever you're drawing right. Then you can add your mask. I know this one doesn't involve line art, but it should still work just fine for line art. And then get everything you need, your flat colors. Yes, Pinterest. Pinterest is my go-to. I love Pinterest. Then you start with the shadow they recommend a multiply layer. And you can do Control plus a left mouse button to layer it. And, you know, you get that the way you want it. Then you add what's called the ambient occlusion. So if you see here, this is just a flat shadow. This is where they start adding, like, the differentiation in like, how strong the shadow is. That's called the ambient occlusion. You can actually see it sometimes, like, very faintly on most objects. Or more directly in, like, light sources that are coming from one direction. You can. So yeah, you want to have soft shadows in crevices, hard shadows wherever it's, you know, meeting an object, and then shadows taper out as they go on. The length depends mostly on the direction of the light source. Then you add in your sky. So I will add, like, in a light blue layer eventually, or like a very slight blue layer for that, you know, light thing that computers do. They recommend using screen or color dodge to do this one. Then you add the bounce and the ground, which certain things the bounce and the ground is very minute, but it is important, especially on metals, especially on shiny reflective surfaces. And you do reflect different colors onto yourself. Like, for instance, if I'm holding this purple can here, you guys can't see it, but like, if I'm holding a purple can, like, very minutely some of that purple light from the can will bounce onto my skin and vice versa. If anything, it's more noticeable on the can, my skin color, than the can is on me, because I'm not reflective. I know they ask you to see it. This is very blurry, I'm sorry. So Fresnel is usually at the edges. That's where, like, that lighter thing that I'm doing with Rune's face right now. This is the Fresnel that I'm doing right here. And you don't necessarily have to do these in a specific order. So, you know, don't worry about, like, oh, I didn't do the Fresnel. I did the, you know, the Fresnel before I did the sky. Don't worry about it. So yeah, this is certain reflections too. But you see here how her neck is, like, bare, and then it gets this, like, lighter color around the edges. And then the rim lighting is the harsh lighting. It's basically like amplifying the light source. That's where the light is hitting your character most directly. And then you do the final paint over to correct your problems, and bada bing bada boom. Your character. That's what I'm going to be doing next, is once I get this Fresnel done, I'm going to do the lighting. I should actually do my, my color as well now. Light blue here. I want to be a very, like, minute color change. Like, so minute you barely notice it. I shall add in. only spots on Rune that are getting hit directly by the screen light will be its color. I have to go back to back here. Distracting me? Whoop. Okay, perfect. Good. Oh, is that what's going on? Okay, that's better. Turn down some of the hard edges too. Ah, shoot, no. Get the shadow color back again. Only the background on the shadow color. Come back to it easy. Some of it's not gonna be new at all, but it's alright. All this. the same thing. Players. Actually, I need to shadow. Shadow. Grab the screen. What happened to the color layer? Back it up. This layer. Yes, there we go. Okay. Now I gotta make sure I'm gonna have to lasso tool. First being left-handed. Okay, that should do it. Color dog. Sweet. Time to do some edging, which sounds weird now that I just said that. Why did I say it like that? Hello, welcome to my stream chat where we just do edging all the time. Edging. Hey yo! Yeah, that's right, girl. I said that. Glad I'm here. shadow. Really, Minecraft Fox is very shadow. Appreciate you, Minecraft Fox. There we go. This I'm gonna redo. Side ones. Come on, back. Fly. Color. Nice. Ow! Thank you, Lil Snyder. These are in the background a lot further. I think. Turn this 90. Not bad, not bad. Looks awesome, thank you. Also, hold on. Turn off all the room. Funny little. Crazy what turning off the lights can do, huh? I forgot. have blush. So I'm gonna filter this. I just usually do a Gaussian blur for mine, and I will fade it as much as I need, and then we'll just opacity. It doesn't need to be super noticeable, just like a little bit. Go. Now we can turn it all back on. Now that helps a lot. To do hair. I want to check something out really quick before I do that. I'm gonna look up another tutorial on my Pinterest actually. Because I had a tutorial on how to do hair really good. Liked it. Check it out again. Oh. So that's how I can actually read things. Grab his hair. Turn this stuff off. Start with this one. Before I do step. How did I? No, I don't want that image. I want a different. Thank you. Back. Blow him back up. I see what. I see now. You go get some sleepies. All right. Catch you later, little Snyder. Have good sleepies. Ow, my bones! Hey, Reezy. Hey, Maple! Welcome in, you two. I'm gonna get this. Here. Great way to see it, to test if you're muted, not just see if she screams ow. No, I wasn't muted. I'm just like I was telling folks if I'm quiet, it's because I'm just focusing on the piece. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just a little in the zone. So, yeah. If I get in the zone and you have a message that you want me to read, please bot me so I can see it. I might not always notice. Things on and see how it looks. Get in the zone! Auto zone! You're right, Arizi, you're right. Help anything like I was hoping it would, but that's okay. Go look up a tutorial from Middle. Have you saved your work recently, ma'am? Good point. Thank you. That should be alright. I'm gonna just go ahead and ask. Here's my glue tutorial. The light, baby. And then back to the ship. Erase. Yeah, and I'm gonna Funkalicious here. Actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. We're gonna do vertical split. gonna do a little edging around here so that way it focuses more on root center there. Work for the touch. Now, all of that gone. Everything a nice dark. Something. It's going. Okay. Now we get now gold. Let's start blurring. Background, guys. Mainly blurring out anything that isn't directly on the screens here. A small bit of back widow. Just one. There. Yeah, not bad at all. Actually, I don't want his. I don't know, back. Maybe that won't. Haha! there. Oh, I know what's. Also need light. Dark would be- That's a little better. I like that. The contrast. That's too bright, actually. Let's do it like. Layer. Definitely. Go. Also do that. Maybe this. Uh-oh. I like how this has turned out so far. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that actually. That's nice. Make this like. I like the 50. I think 50. because I like the more attention we focus to the center here, the better. What do you guys think? How do you think it looks so far? I'm not really sure if there's any more that needs to be done to it, or if this is, you know, pretty good. I guess maybe, you know, I might just blur out, what the screen are saying a little bit too. I think it looks pretty good. What was on a different one? Ah, there's okay. I like it. The only thing I want to add lastly, a little bit of a color. Try to match everything up. I'm messing. Add some nice. Do it. Nah, it's better. I like that. I like that. I don't think there's much else that needs to be done to it. Might add. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's pretty. Now we just need to sign it. Go ahead and get my bajillion pens up. Ah, wait. Must have moved it by accident at some point. Okay. think we could. Go ahead and I'll export it. And then all that's left to do is just get some checks, make sure that it's... Oh, are you not going to export from okay? Try this. Sometimes you just gotta reopen the file. Yeah, I told you. And we're good. Not safe. Alright, let me try that. Make sure we got it. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Alright, it is in there. Perfect. And that, I think, is gonna be where we're gonna call it for tonight, since this is pretty much it. We got it all done. I know it was another shorter stream. Oh, actually, no, it wasn't a shorter stream. We're almost right on time to close. We're like 15 minutes from the end. Holy crap. I didn't even register that it was already, like, close to 11. But, wow. I'm glad we got it done. I think it came out beautiful. Hey, yo! Get a 4 bits to power up redemption. Let's go, Tell. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm so excited to give this to... Can't wait for him to see it. He probably won't get to see it until after his stream is done, but... it'll be fantastic. But thank you all so much for joining me today. I'm glad you all appreciated the art stream, and I will get to you, Snyder. I see you're actually in your Discord, so I'll pop in right afterward and I can show you the Pinterest and give you the link to it. Because I don't mind giving out my Pinterest link for that that board. I usually let anybody who wants to use it, so yeah. But why don't we go ahead and actually raid on over to Rune, since, you know, I just finished this art for him. We might as well give him the love and everything. And then that will be it for this week of streams. Just gonna let you guys know, I'm still deciding on next week if I want to do 1 stream or 2. Just because I do leave Thursday morning for TwitchCon. So we might only do 1 stream on Tuesday. I'm gonna think about it. If not, maybe I'll do like an earlier stream on Wednesday or a shorter stream on Wednesday, but you know, that's to be determined. TwitchCon, woo! Yeah, so the normal Thursday and potentially Wednesday streams will not be there. So but we'll resume with our normal stream schedule once I get back. So thank you all so much for joining me again. I hope you all had a wonderful time watching me do some arts. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is for you. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.